I am fully supportive of this move. I think it's healthy for a government such as ours to periodically, every 3-4 years, to reduce the millage.
It's time to let our citizens breathe a little bit, opposed to spending their hard-earned monies on social programs or programs, quite honestly, that they probably didn't ask for or even know that exist.
So, as I was mentioning, Jacksonville City Council is kicking off budget hearings with a cut to property taxes. The city's finance committee approving a reduction to the millage rate by 1/8 of a mil. So you just heard their comments there about that. The state's chief financial officer applauding this move while visiting Jacksonville this morning. The CFO stopped in Jacksonville to audit the city's finances as part of Florida Doge. He believes local governments are spending excessively, but his visit to Jacksonville did not come without controversy. Riley Phillips is joining us live now from City Hall with more on the CFO's visit. And Riley, there was already some tension between the CFO and Mayor Deegan before he came here.
Yes, Anthony, CFO Blaise Ingoglia accused Mayor Donna Deegan of trying to put conditions on his visit by requesting his auditors to fill out a technology user agreement form. Mayor Deegan's office says this is a standard form. They just wanted to see who all was going to be using the city's financial system. Everything got worked out today except for a meeting between the two.
I encourage the city of Jacksonville to do more because obviously property taxes are a very big issue.
Florida's chief financial officer Blaise Ingoglia starting off his visit to Jacksonville, praising the city's finance committee for passing a cut to property taxes.
I would like to think that we had a little bit of a hand in that, just making sure that people know that we're holding people accountable.
Ingoglia's visit is one of many that will happen across the state as Florida's Doge task force audits local government spending. The CFO targeted Jacksonville for rising property taxes, claiming they've increased by more than 50% since 2020. His team could also take a look at several big spending items, including the $2 billion stadium deal.
Where we're looking for is things that maybe the taxpayers are not privy to.
But tension with the mayor's office grew ahead of Ingoglia's visit after he accused Deegan of trying to restrict auditors by having them sign an external user technology use agreement. Ingoglia argued his team does not have to sign any agreement before performing an audit under Florida law. Mayor Deegan says this is standard procedure.
It was really an effort to protect them and us so that we would know who was getting into the system, so we would know, just some basics. It was basically a one-page form.
The two did not end up meeting Thursday, despite multiple attempts by the mayor's office. Deegan, who has already expressed her concerns with another round of Doge audits, highlighted the amount of manpower it took to prepare documents for this visit, including more than 500 staff hours spent on gathering close to 3,800 files. While Ingoglia continues his push for lowering property taxes, Deegan called the cuts already passed in the Finance Committee fiscally irresponsible.
My message to local governments is tax relief is coming. My message to taxpayers is tax relief is coming. Local government should get ahead of the curve.
I think there's a lot of pressure right now on these council people to behave in a certain way.
And the audit will continue tomorrow. Ingoglia also made a major accusation against other local governments in the state of Florida. He would not name the specific cities or counties, but he says he has received word that government officials in these counties, these cities, have been scrubbing or erasing information from their servers ahead of his audit. He says he received this information from people who work inside these local governments, so he's going to continue to investigate this and potentially get the Florida Department of Law Enforcement involved. Live in downtown Jacksonville, Riley Phillips, First Coast News, on your side.